good, Brian. Just panning. That's fine. Do what you want.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Pee Wee Final Championship game for the 2015 Party in the House for the South Delta Minor Hockey Association. Steve Erickson, Bruce Nolte on camera. Our pleasure to bring you the call for today's game. And, of course, we want to make mention that our first period game sponsor is brought to you by Delta Revolution Roller Hockey. Wants to congratulate the following alumni players for making the Pee Wee Finals in this year's Party in the House and wishes them all the luck in today's game. Ava Campbell, Lucy Green, Maggie Stewart, Rachel Johnson, and Ryan Cooper. With a season that runs from April to June, roller hockey provides a fun and inexpensive way to keep up your hockey skills. With no offsides, no icings, the game is geared towards offense, which makes for some truly exciting games. Delta Revolution Roller Hockey, the best game off ice. More information, you can find them at www.deltarevolution.com. And just to make mention that Sportswave has had the luxury of going out in the past while and webcast some of the games that have been played for the finals for the Delta Revolution Roller Hockey. This game is going to be quite interesting because it's virtually a girls' game versus a guys' game, albeit Pee Wee. You have the home team, the South Delta Raptors, are in the white sweaters. I'll just make a mention of that myself, just so I don't confuse myself for the game today. And the South Delta Hurricanes, they are wearing the black jerseys, and that is the team that comprises all young ladies that take part in today's game. And we'll just make mention, I was asked a couple of additional things so far. This is only the girls' second year participating in the tournament, with last year being the first time ever. And the girls have had an impressive start to the season, going unbeaten with a record of 17 wins, 4 ties, outscoring their opponents 70-17. Yeah, you heard me right, 70-17. And despite some of the murmurs, that we can confirm that all of the girls that are playing on the Pee Wee team are Pee Wee aged players with birth certificates of 2003 and 2004. And you look at some of the young players, the way they grow and develop today, and I'm talking about, well, prime example, my grandson, he's 13, he's actually 6 foot. So they grow by leaps and bounds right now. So it's interesting to see the simple fact that We are ready to get the game underway, and the referees are going to center ice. The teams are finally going all the way back out to center ice. Rick Albus is the head coach for the South Delta Raptors. Sean Johnson, the head coach for the South Delta Hurricanes. Good amount of fans on hand to come out and take today's game in at the South End in Delta, as we call it, the Ladner Leisure Center, the home for the Vancouver Giants. From the draw, goes all the way back out, waits, it goes against the wall, this time over on the left side wall. Waiting for it, couldn't get control of it. Now they cross ice pass back on the far side. Nice play to get control of it. Shot it, misplayed. That was easily intercepted over on the far sideboards this time by Wheeler, and Wheeler fights for it and pushes for it, and Wheeler gets control, goes across the line, cuts back to the inside, forced off of the puck by Spencer, and now they'll go back the other way. Straight up across the blue line, going straight down over on the right side. Kasutsby goes in deep against the goal line, lost control of the puck. Now they'll pick it back up again, and they're going to come out their right side all the way up the center. Mustad has it, straight down, goes to the left side wall this time. Mustad's pushed off of the puck, goes deep against the boards, pushing for it, centering pass all the way back out, and it's down the ice. With icing is waved off by the two linesmen. We have a referee and two linesmen, I believe. Nope, we don't. We have two referees. I thought I saw a third person, but I think he was just visiting from the penalty box earlier on. So we have two officials in this game as well. Shot against the glass over on the near side boards. Elmer tried to keep it inside on zone. Was out of her reach. Now they go back the other way, straight down the ice. Lost it, misplayed that, jamming it around the boards over on the far right side this time. Picked back up again by Westering, and she got it out against the blue line. That's as far as they managed to get that one out. Shot on goal, right in front of the goal, jamming at it, trying to jam it in. Oh, dangerous player right there, but everybody was scrambling after the loose puck, and it just rolled wide of the net. Now we go back the other way, across the blue line, cutting back to the inside. Stop on the turnaround right there. And Denny was the one that took that puck off anybody that was pressing inside the zone. Hoffman goes after it, takes it behind the net, misplayed that. Line change coming up. Going off of the ice is Tessa Everett for the Hurricanes. Fresh legs on the ice, back all the way out in the mid part of the ice, and it's clearly dumped down the ice with possible icing called, but I think they might wave this one back off, and they did indeed wave it off, and Denny goes after it, picks it up behind the net, clears it over on the boards, straight up against the wall over on the right side to Wheeler, and Wheeler dumps it out to center ice. Intercepted by Taylor Griffiths. She gets control of it, shoots it against the wall. Taylor Griffiths goes after that one, misplayed it. Going after it one more time. Straight play to get in against the wall over on the left side. Bumped off of the puck. Solid bump by Okamura. Staying with the player. Forces her wide to the outside, but they push back inside, waiting for it, trying to jam it past everybody, and they misplayed that one, and Hope picks it back up. Going the other way. Straight down, cuts back to the middle. Wheeler comes in, forced wide and pushed off the puck over on the far side. Griffiths doing a great job back-checking and a long stretch pass. Past everybody, goes down the ice. Johnson chases it down. Icing is waved off. Oh, it's called. Surprise. Caught me off guard in that one. I didn't expect that one either. Bruce and I were both laughing at that one because I thought they might have simply called that one waved off on the play right there. 12:15 remaining. First period of play. No score in the contest out here. Coming to you from the Ladner Leisure Center. We're all the way back. Faceoff goes inside the zone, back inside the corner, holding on to it. Now they push it from the draw, back behind the corner. Waits over on the far side, kept onside the blue line by Thompson. Thompson gets it a second time. Now it's dumped back out in the neutral ice area, and Thompson goes after that one. Tried to get it away from Westering, and Westering took it away from him. Out in front of their own players' bench now. Dump back, turning, going the other way is Mirtrin. Mirtrin goes straight down on the left side. Dumps it inside the corner, chasing that over easily as Everett. Never tries to pick it up. Finally does. Just throws it around over on the far side wall. Stopped. Westering picks it up. Out of her own zone, getting it out, and I believe we have an offside, and we do have an offside in that play right there. Reached in, touched the puck, one extra play too many, so we have an offside in the play right there. Just a reminder, our first period game sponsor is Delta Revolution Roller Hockey. They want to congratulate the following alumni players, and there's 5 of them in total. Ava Campbell, Lucy Green, Maggie Stewart, Rachel Johnson, and Ryan Cooper. Of course, more on roller hockey, first chance we can. Back down to the blue line area, easily picked it up by Denny. Denny still has control, waits. Wide open is Okamura inside his own zone. Couldn't pick this one back up. Denny goes after it. Okamura picks this one back up, way over in the left corner this time. Waiting for it, 11:15 remaining in this first period of play. straight up the ice. Nice play to get straight down across the blue line. Going inside is Nolan Okamura. He takes it behind the goal line, tries a centering pass, trying the wraparound out in front, scramble, and it goes inside. And Okamura comes to life and puts one in, and the referee was right there, right behind everybody. And you will watch the South Delta Raptors take the first lead in the game right there at 11:07. They would put them up by one, so as we mentioned earlier on, this is virtually a girls versus guys game, despite the fact that they're all peewees. So I can imagine discussions going to take place at school when they go back to school the first part of January. Inside their own zone, going against the wall. Mostat has it, clears it off of the boards. Now Mostat picks this one back up, almost lost his footing, sidesteps a referee. Mostat comes straight out the right side, all the way out of his own zone, up the center. Ryan Hope is with him. Cuts back, goes to the middle part of the ice, waiting for it. Looks, takes a shot, deflected all the way out in front. Nice shot taken, easily played right there. At least he got the finish off shot, and they pick it back up. Because Katsutsby, correction on that one. Katsutsby goes back the other way, but we have an icing call once again with 10.5 remaining in this first period of play. Lots of great minor hockey action to take part down here. You can come down and watch them play minor hockey. There's lots of minor hockey Thursday nights, Friday nights. I know Wednesday nights here in the Ladner Leisure Center, they have an old-timers game that plays at 9 o'clock each and every Wednesday night. Holding on to it, and the Hurricanes out of their own zone. Careful play to get it inside the attacking zone. Going after this one easily is Westering. Chasing it back down. Stop. Nice play right there. Everett takes a shot. Right on goal. That's the first chance and the first stop in the game that Bostock has made in the game. That's the first chance I think that's about the first shot he's had so far in the game. Suga back, the referee will line themselves up, waiting for it. Everett goes down, got the draw from the puck off the face-off. Stewart kept it in onside over on the far side, but this is going to be picked up the other way, and Wheeler comes straight down. Wheeler goes over on the left side, shot off of the backboards, picked up once again by Taylor Griffiths, and she just throws it over on the left side boards this time. Hurricanes coming out of their own zone. A nice long stretch pass straight down inside the zone. Mostat goes after it, turns in front of his own net, goes straight out the far side, overskated the puck and lost it as Westering took it off of his stick. Centering it all the way back out in front. Dangerous play. And they couldn't keep it onside back at the blue line area. Misplayed that one. A little bit of miscommunication between the two players, and they go back the other way, keeping it onside. Dumping it in is Wheeler off of the boards over on the far side. Griffiths picks this one back up. Clears it out to the blue line. They have to tag up to get onside once again, and they do. That was blocked once again. They dump it back inside by Raymond Stevens, and he throws it back inside. Chasing it back down. Now they'll get it all the way up the center. Stewart comes down. Over on the right side. Stewart comes in. Mostat stays with her. Stewart in the corner. Center and pass out in front. Dangerous play right there. Almost rolled off of the skate of Thompson inside the goal, but they're doing a great job pressing inside. Lucy Green comes inside. Tree tries to get it and take it off of his stick. Couldn't get control of it. Mostat goes straight down the other way. Throws it inside the zone. Over on the far side. Katsutsby dumped it all the way out to the blue line. That was blocked and intercepted. Purcell has control of it. Throws it back inside the corner, holding onto it. Deep against the wall, chasing it back down. They're still trying to get control of it, and they finally work it out of their own zone, all the way up to the blue line. Finally up the center, across the blue line, going inside. Plato takes a shot off of the outside of the post, and a huge save right there. But what a nice end-to-end rush right there by Mina Plato, as she clearly got the shot right on goal. Players coming back out in the line change. We'll see who comes in to take the draw for the faceoff. I believe it's Wheeler taking the draw against his counterpart, Tisa Everett. Everett won that draw, got it away from Wheeler. Now it goes over on the right side boards, coming inside the corner, trying to get control of it. Uppel looks, couldn't clear it out of his own zone. Now they'll take it behind the net. A little bit of an undetected hook over on the far side. Elmer goes after that, dumps it back in from the blue line, waits. Elmer stays with the player coming out of their own zone, and that player just happened to be Ryan Hope. Far side this time. Wheeler comes down, goes across the blue line, misplayed the puck. Wheeler continues to press inside, tagging up to get onside, and we have a wholesale line change coming up. And coming back on the ice is Mostat. Going off of the ice will be Ryan Hope, and also onto the ice is Jesse Mitran. Far side, pinching inside, going after that is Purcell. Throws it in the corner, now goes after it himself, gets it himself, lost it at the last second. The other way is Ashley Westering. Goes straight down the ice, dumps it down the ice. We have a possible icing called, and we officially have an icing called right now. Stop it to play. Face off back down inside the corner. Just a friendly reminder, if you're coming down to the Ladner Leisure Center and you want to have a nice little refreshment to drink, go on down, visit Tina and her crew in the Blends Coffee Shop in the Ladner Leisure Center. They have festive drinks this time of the season as well. You can get hot chocolate. Hot chocolate's my favorite they've got down there. They've got some great food, great snacks. Lots to do, and exceptional friendly service from Tina and her staff down in Blends Leisure Coffee Shop in the Leisure Center down in Ladner Leisure Center right here in Ladner. Far side centering. Oh, dangerous play right there. They just took that one easily off the boards because Ketsvootby couldn't get control of it. Now it goes back out to the blue line, trying to jam this one back in front. Kept on side. Mitrin goes in, jams it in front. They're all scrambling at it. They're digging at it right there, and the referee is Johnny in the spot to stop the play. And the Raptors putting lots of pressure on the Hurricanes right now, and you can tell the Hurricanes a little bit scrambly, but this is basically a bragging right. You can see the guys going to the benches, smiling at the benches, and the girls on the other team, in which case it's the Hurricanes, they're doing exactly the same thing. Of course, we talked about the impressive record that the girls have had so far, and I'm talking about the Hurricanes outscoring their opponents 70-17 throughout the course of the game so far. Going in, takes a shot wide of the target, goes over in the far sidewall. Nice play to get it back on side. Wheeler got the shot away. Now they're going to pick it back up again, trying to jam it all the way out of their own zone. They finally do, as they got it back up. And Stewart was the one that got it out of her own zone. Finally lost it, and it goes the other way, pinching back inside. Mostad comes inside, takes a shot. It goes inside the corner. They're trying to get control of it. Lost it. Ketsvootby has it, looks, cleared it over on the wall on the far left side this time, but that was intercepted by Stewart, who shot it around the boards on the far right side. Kept onside the blue line by Thompson. Dumped in the corner. Thompson goes in, gets a shot high over top of the net, and is picked back up again, and they go back the other way. Nice play by the Hurricanes to get down to their own zone, but stopped once again by Thompson, 10 feet over center, who dumped it inside the zone. Line change coming up. On the ice right now will be Denny, as well as Nolan Okamura, number 7 for the Raptors. Scrambling in front, jamming at it. Again, they're pushing at it, trying to push one past the young goaltender. Couldn't get the shot. That was blocked in front. Centering pass, turning. Once again, going after it is Taylor Griffiths. She gets control. All the way up the center ice. Taylor Griffiths comes down, across the line, goes in, goes to the right side wall. Taylor Griffiths still in control, going after this one is Hoffman's with her. Hoffman throws it in the corner, keeping it onside finally at the blue line. Hoffman goes in, also coming in is Everett to help out, and now it goes back out to Griffiths. She is all over the ice from one end to the other. Far side, easily intercepted and dumped straight out by Elmer on the far side. Icing indicated and called once again, with a stoppage of play with 5:15 remaining in this first period of play, and the Raptors are up by a 1-0 score so far in this game, and there's a lot of game action left to play here from the Ladner Leisure Center. Wherever your travels take you, hope you're enjoying the webcast today, coming to you from the Ladner Leisure Center. Sportswave Productions, working with the South Delta Minor Hockey Party in the house. From the draw, they won it. Everett got it back in the wall, behind the line, chasing it back down, trying to get control, and Everett still has control of it. Gets it all the way out to the blue line as she dumped it up to Plato, and Plato got it out of her own zone. Everett's going to go after this one once again. They decided to turn, easily leaving this one, trying to pass it over, and they got it back over to Westering, who's chasing this one back down, but instead of that, Plato gets it back once again and dumped it inside the corner. Intercepted by Thompson. Thompson stops. Plato is forechecking. Westering is forechecking. Waits, looks, Thompson comes out of his own zone all the way up the center. Nice play. Straight down, deep behind the goal line. That was off the young goaltender. It just rolled wide of the target, but what an exceptional shot from one end to the other. Thompson got that one away. Thompson's logging lots of ice time right now. Across the line, going over far side. Thompson's trying to take Plato off of the puck. Forced her wide. Plato is still in control. Goes deep against the right side wall. Plato turns, circles out in front. They're jamming at it, trying to get control of it. Spencer comes inside. She couldn't get it back out. Stop once again, and Uppel has control. Out of his own zone. Stops. Uppel throws the forward pass. Gives it straight forward to Mostat. And he goes straight down. Over on the right side. Mostat goes in. Uppel's the trailer. Waits, trying to pick this one back up. But instead, Stewart intercepts this one and dumps it all the way back out to the center ice area, which was stolen by Okamura. Okamura out of his own zone, finally getting his way up the center ice area. Going down across the blue line, going wide, takes a shot, 10 feet wide of the target, off of the outside boards. They're trying to pick it back up once again, and they just dumped it off of the back wall, picked up by Taylor Katsutsby. Taylor Katsutsby has control of it, giving it straight over to Elmer. Elmer fights for it, pushes off of the puck by Wheeler. Finally getting control of it, out of her own zone, up the center ice area. 3:20 left. Inside, tries to split the knee, pushed off of the puck, no call on the play. Lost her footing and fell down. Plato gets back up, trying to get involved back in the play, and is dumped down the ice, goes from one end to the other, and chasing that one back down inside will be Stewart. Icing is waved off by the two referees. Stewart, out of her own zone, up the center, goes after that one. Stewart tries to get control, misplayed that one, but that was stolen by Mostad. Mostad comes in, goes wide, goes to the left side this time, takes a shot. That's high off the top part of the back glass, and Wheeler comes inside to intercept this one. Couldn't get control of it. Hurricanes clear it out to the boards, this time over on the left side. That's as far as they got on that passing play. Now it goes back the other way. Kept onside at the blue line. Nice play to keep it onside by Wheeler to dump it around the boards over on the left side this time, and they'll go back. Elmer tries to get it back out and finally does. Elmer steals the puck literally off of Thompson. Elmer goes back. Thompson gives her a little bit of a push, takes a dive and knocks her off of the puck. Now the centering pass wide open out in front as Johnson takes a shot just wide of the outside post, scrambling at it, trying to get away again. Johnson had a second chance, and Everett comes inside to dump it inside the zone. Back out to Mostad. Mostad just dumps it all the way out the center ice area. Line change right now by the Hurricanes. And they go deep behind their own goal to pick this one back up as Griffiths picks it up straight up the middle. Griffiths comes straight down, picks up some valuable foot speed. Going in over on the left side across the blue line, takes a shot. Picked back up by Hoffman, takes a shot. That rolled off of the stick easily right there of Denny. And boy, that could have been a golden opportunity right there because she had just an exceptional wide open corner to put that one in. Up the center, across the blue line, going inside. Waits. Cooper comes inside. Cooper's forechecking right now, trying to get control of it, but Westering picks this one back up, and they get all the way up the center ice area. Okamura has control. Okamura bumps off of the puck. Coming inside to help out is Purcell, and Purcell gets it back. Purcell still fighting for it. Coming after that one is Griffiths. Griffiths finally clears it out to the center ice area, but that was blocked and intercepted by Denny, and he just shoots it off of the back wall. Holding on to it, settle things down. 1:05 remaining in this first period of play. Raptors up by a 1-0 score right now. A well-played game, good tempoed game, and they dump it all the way down the ice, straight down the ice. Icing indicated, and that's possibly going to be waved off, would be my guess, because it's right on goal. Off of the wall over on the right side this time. The Raptors trying to clear it out of their zone, but the Hurricanes doing a great job pressing. Inside the corner, Hoffman goes after that one. Couldn't get control with her stick, and they blocked it. Now it goes back down, but they're offside by about 10 solid feet. 38 seconds remaining in this first period of play. So we talked about the players, a learning curve for each and every person that takes part in the game. Some of the people develop at different ages, different levels of the game, but from what we're seeing in this, we have a lot of talented young players on the ice out there taking part in today's Pee Wee game. Across the line, careful to stay onside, goes deep, centering pass all the way back out in front. Nice back pass right there as they looked, and Everett got her shot right on goal. Now they come in the front of the net. The two of them pushed and shoved, both of them wise to skate away with 23 seconds remaining in the first period of play. Line change coming up. Okamura coming onto the ice, as is Purcell for the Raptors. Off of the ice will be Cooper, as well as Mitrin. Now we'll go back, centering back. Now we've got 5, so we'll get another center coming inside to take the draw, and they're waiting with 23 seconds left in the first period of play. Back out to the blue line. Plato dumps it inside the corner. That was picked up off of the wall. Mostad intercepts this one. He gets all the way up the center. Waits, looks, nice stop as Plato took the puck off of him. And that was well-deserved. Plato stops, turns inside her own blue line. A long stretch pass out the center ice area. Going after that one is Okamura, and he just dumps it back inside the corner. Deep against the goal on the right side. And the buzzer goes to end the first period of play. In a well-played, exceptional, entertaining game here, coming to you from the Ladner Leisure Center. And the way it rounded out in the first period of play, the Raptors come out and scored first in the first period. and that's why they have an early 1-0 lead. So our first period sponsor, just to make mention, Delta Revolution Roller Hockey, sponsor for your first period tonight, and their season runs from April to June. Roller hockey provides a fun and inexpensive way to keep up your hockey skills. No offsides, no icings. The game is geared towards offense, which makes for some truly exciting games. Delta Revolution Roller Hockey, the best game off the ice. You can give them a call, visit them on the website, www.deltarevolution.com. As we get set to start the second period right now, referee's having a bit of a discussion over on the far side. Period number 2 for our Pee Wee final game tonight, brought to you by Allaire Homes Delta. Allaire Homes Delta for custom home construction. Whether you're considering a starter home or a multi-million-dollar showpiece, we understand how important of a decision this is for you and your family. Allaire has perfected the custom home building process with our unique client control approach to construction. Our proprietary online system gives you the transparency to control every detail of your project from start to finish, and choosing Allaire means a peace of mind to stay connected and engaged, ensuring your project is on time and on budget. For more information, contact Peter Nielsen at allairehomes.ca. Period number 2 sponsor. We're waiting for the players to get set and come back out onto the ice right now as they're having a bit of a discussion over at the benches with their coaching staff. Referees, I believe they're all set right now, so we are ready to get back to live action from the Ladner Leisure Center. So we'll go back. We mentioned earlier on about the simple fact of how important this game is. This is sort of like I guess we were talking earlier on to some of the girls, the coaching staff of both teams. They were saying this is pretty much like a bragging rights right now, because what they're looking at is they're trying to see who can come out victorious and who can maybe not come out victorious. So that's what they're looking at. So we'll wait. The guys are getting set. The Raptors are getting ready to come onto the ice. So we'll wait till them come back out, and then we'll start the second period. Second period's underway. We go inside the zone. Lost its footing and fell down. Now it's picked up and stolen. Going straight down the ice is Lucy Green. She gets up the center ice, and Mostad has control of it. Takes it off of her. Looks now. Goes back inside the corner, and Elmer goes after this one. Picks this one back up. Nice cross-ice pass over to Plato, and Plato gets the puck all the way out of her own zone up to the blue line area. Dumping it out to the blue line. Inside, Plato is going to chase this one back down. Failed to do it. Now they give the cross-ice pass. Stop, turn the other way. Cooper goes after it this time, and Cooper gets across the line over on the left side. Johnson stays with him. Cross-ice, dangerous cross-ice pass right there all the way out in front, and Thompson comes inside to get this one. We had Plato lost her footing and fell down, slow to get up, but nevertheless got back up, so hope she's okay. Now we go back the other way, straight up the ice, end to end. Plato goes down. Plato gets around Thompson, goes wide to the outside. Thompson forced her and pinned her against the wall over on the left side this time. Wasn't sure where she was going to end up, but regardless, she did a fine job ending up where she started and finished. So now we go back against the wall behind the net. Waits, stops, turning, holding on to this one is Mostat. He clears it all the way up to the blue line area, getting it all the way up as far as he could. Straight up to Stevens, and Stevens goes straight down. Over on the left side wall this time. Gets the shot away. That was blocked over on the far side. Wheeler comes inside. He got a secondary shot on goal. Now it's intercepted over on the near side by Westering, and Westering clears it all the way out to center ice area. Good pickup by Denny, and Denny gets control. Back at center, throws it to the blue line, across the line, couldn't get control. Now they stay onside, and Uppel has control of it. Right side wall. Uppel dumps it inside the wall to Hope. Hope goes after it off the outside of the net right there. Picked back up behind the line right there by Spencer. And Spencer clears it all the way out to the ringette line on the far left side this time. But that was stolen, intercepted by Elmer. Picks it up. Finally up to the center ice, across the line, going straight down, kept onside. A long stretch pass forward up to Wheeler, and Wheeler goes across the line over on the left side, tries to split the D, going inside. Nice play as Everett took it off of his stick, and Everett continues to press inside after the loose puck. Fighting for it. Coming over on the right side this time, getting it out as far as they could up to Westering, and Westering misplayed that one. It was dumped inside by Okamura, and on the far left side is Lucy. Waits. Green was trying to get control of it. Now it goes off of the wall over on the right side once again, and the Hurricanes come all the way out. Hurricanes had control, got it up the center. Now it goes back inside the corner off of the back wall this time. Chasing it back down, taking it behind the line is Elmer. Elmer goes around. Purcell has control and clears from one end to the other. And we might have an icing call, and we do. We have an icing call on the play right now. So on an icing call, as we have a stoppage, the faceoff will go all the way back down in the zone for the Hurricanes end zone. Again, a reminder that our second period is brought to you by Allaire Homes for custom home construction in Delta. Whether you're considering a starter home or a multi-million-dollar showpiece, we understand how important of a decision it is for you and your family. Allaire has perfected the custom home building process with a unique client control approach to their construction needs. Shot right on goal, the scramble, jamming at it right there, all the way out in front. Push comes to shove. The girls shut the door. They're not going to let them in on that one right there. Nice stop. So we'd mentioned earlier on about the system, the game, and the way it's all played out. And we'll get back to what we'd mentioned earlier on about how well they have played in the course of 2 short seasons and 2 short years, putting the skates up and lacing the skates on. Nice play to give it over on the cross ice pass, straight down inside the corner. Griffiths goes after that. Griffiths just let it go out of her reach and couldn't put her stick on it. It was just a little bit beyond her, but Griffiths stays deep to the blue line. Waits, looks, that goes back behind the net once again, and Mostad picks this one back up. Mostad, nice play to come straight up the middle of the ice, all the way out to the blue line area. Mostad gets up the center ice area, goes straight down. Tries to go to the left side, finally does, goes over on the far left side, forced off of the puck on the far side by Stewart, and Stewart picks the puck back up. Clears it over on the right side boards, kept onside by Wheeler. Wheeler give it back out to Thompson, who got the shot away, scrambling once again. Oh, right on goal. Big stop by the young goaltender, who comes out and is playing just exceptional from what we've watched and what we've seen so far. Shea Elmer is the young girl that's playing goal between them. Now, we talked about the stats and the facts and the figures. Interesting to note that it's only the second year of the girls participating in the tournament, and last year was naturally their first. And we'll get back to their stats because the referee dropped the puck on me. So we have to get back to that first chance we can. Against the wall. This time it's over on the right side boards, waiting for it. Westering has control, just throws it all the way back out to the middle part of the ice, and that was blocked and intercepted by Denny. Denny still fights for the puck against the boards. Straight down to the blue line area for the Hurricanes, and the Hurricanes slow to come out of their own zone. Cross-ice pass all the way over on the far side to Westering, and she goes inside over against the boards. The referee was knocked and taken off of the puck by Nolan Okamura. I think the ref was in his way. Bit of a size discrepancy right there, too. Okamura gets control of the puck, clears it all the way out to the center ice, and that was stopped and intercepted by Elmer, who picks this one back up. Reagan Elmer goes after it, stopped, still in control of it, throws it straight forward to Taylor Katsutsby. Taylor Katsutsby still pushes for the puck, and now they have the cross ice all the way down the ice, up the center ice area, blocked once again. Wheeler throws it back inside, wide of the target. Not going to get control. This one is Aylmer, picks it up over on the right side this time. Aylmer just throws it straight forward up to Westering, who tries to get out of their zone. Now Westering is going to chase this one back down, as is Katsutsby. Katsutsby comes in, goes in, a little bit shy and offside by about a stride and a half on the play. Now, we talked about how the girls have had an impressive start to the season going so far. 17 wins and only 4 ties, outscoring their opponents 70-17. So that is an impressive record for all the young girls that are playing at this game and the one team. And it's interesting to note that they are all young girls playing on the team, and all of them deserve to be here because they are talented individuals. Nope, icing not called on that play right there, and it goes against the board. Stewart picks it back up, clearing it back out, chasing it back down. Everett's going to go after this one, but instead it's picked up in front of the bench over by Thompson. Thompson gets it, clears it straight up the ice to the center line, waits, bumped off of the puck easily right there was Griffiths. Now Griffiths continues to push for it, trying to get control. Griffiths mixes it up over in front of the bench with Purcell. The two of them push and shove. Finally, the puck is kicked all the way out in the neutral ice area, back out to the blue line over on the side on the penalty box. Kept inside at the blue line area. Nice play. Uppel goes after it, then changes his mind. Easily just leaves this one for Thompson. Thompson comes out the left side this time. Thompson straight up the middle, 9:20 left, second period of play. Thompson goes back down, goes on the right side, takes a shot. Big stop right there by Shea Elmer, who goes down and closes the pads to prevent anything from sliding behind him, putting another marker on the board for the Raptors team. And, of course, the Raptors are up by a score of 1-0 right now. Referee going to call the players coming in to take the draw. Waits as the players come in to line themselves up for the faceoff. They take the draw. They pull it all the way back out. It goes to the blue line area. Kept onside by Okamura. And Okamura just throws it back inside the corner. Plato goes after that one. Plato picks it up. Careful play to come straight up the middle. All the way out of her own zone. Up to the blue line. Across the line. Going in over on the right side. Cuts back to the middle. Denny stays with her. Denny forces her wide right to the corner. She still fights for the puck, and Mina Plato still has it. Looks misplayed that one, give it away. Denny intercepts this one for the Raptors and gets it out to the blue line. That's as far as that one went, but instead Plato got it back and got a second shot right on goal. And a nice stop once again by Bostock to close the pads with 8:41 remaining in this second period of play. Raptors up by a 1-0 score so far in the second period of play. Entertaining game right now. We mentioned earlier on, this is sort of like bragging rights because when we know they're going to go back to school the first part of next week, this is going to be like, oh yes, we won, you lost, and all that type of stuff between the two teams, but all done in good, harmless fun. That's what it's all about. Thompson has it behind his own net. Over on the wall, blocked, intercepted by Plato, who throws it back inside. Taking it behind the net is Westering. Tries a centering pass. Nice scramble at that one, and Bostock made that stop. Made it look relatively simple on the play. Now they finally get it out of their own zone all the way up the center, and Stevens goes after it. Across the line, Stevens goes inside, had the puck taken off of his stick by Westering, and Westering just clears it around the boards over on the far right side this time, and Thompson pinches in from the blue line to get control of it. Waits, blocked it once again. Thompson goes after it, dumped inside, careful play. Out in the neutral ice area once again, and Cooper goes after this over on the far side, throwing it back inside on the backhand pass right there. Straight up the middle of the ice, easily intercepted by Katsutsby. Katsutsby goes straight down. Waits, shows it back in the middle of the ice to Elmer. Elmer goes in, takes a shot. That was blocked. And now the Raptors pick it up and march out the center ice area. Bumping in front of the benches was Taylor Griffiths. Griffiths and her counterpart in that one, that was Connor Purcell. The two of them both bumped, then decided to skate away from each other. Blocked once again. Griffiths has control, throws it over on the cross ice pass. Nice play to get out of her own zone, all the way up to Stewart, and she just threw it inside the corner. Waiting for it. Raptors trying to get out of their own zone, and the Hurricanes doing a great job pressing right now. Out at center once again. Griffiths throws it over on the far side wall over to Stewart, and Stewart dumps it straight forward inside the zone, going after that one easily. Now they tag back up to get onside. The Raptors being hemmed inside their own blue line right now, unable to get out of their own corner. Trying to get it out is Mostat. Mostat takes it, tries a centering pass back in front. And now the Hurricanes have to backpedal towards their own blue line. Straight up, Cooper has control. Cooper goes down over on the far left side. Stewart forced him wide off of the puck and is dumped down the ice past the stick of Cooper, and we possibly have an icing call. In fact, we do have an icing call called with 6:36 remaining in this second period of play. We've got a 1-0 score right now for the Raptors, and, you know, considering this is the girls' only second year playing hockey, you see an awful lot of mixed combinations where you get the girls and the guys playing together. And I know what some people say, oh, yeah, well, girls shouldn't play hockey. Well, I don't know. You're not going to get a lot of sympathy from me. My daughter was the first one to play minor hockey in North Delta going back a number of years, and boy, oh boy, it was interesting to watch the way the mums and the dads separated when something would happen on the ice. Mums would sit on one side of the rink and dads would sit on the other. It was really impressive. And I just, of course, being a referee, I had to be neutral and not do anything. Couldn't say nothing, just sort of let them play and have fun. We have a delayed offside indicated right now. They have to come out of their own zone and tag up as Hope comes back. Hope tags up. Now they can go back all the way in. Chasing this one back in as Purcell goes in. Purcell tries to take it off of the stick of Plato, but Plato gets it past everybody. Now they're chasing it down the ice, going inside the corner. All the way over on the far side. Coming inside is Johnson. Passes it all the way out in front once again, and Bostock makes the stop. Hasn't been faced with a lot of shots right now, but the shots have been directed right on goal and made a couple of good, remarkable stops whenever he's been counted on. The other end of the extent, Shea Elmer at the other end, the young lady that's playing goal for the Hurricanes, she's been faced with, I would say, a substantial amount more, but she's come up to the task, and she's done a great job when she's been made to call on. Out to the neutral ice area once again. Stop Black goes the other way. Looks. Griffiths comes inside. Griffiths is going over on the far right side this side. Griffiths is there. Johnson's out in front trying to jam it in. Oh, dangerous play, but what a nice stop by Bostock to kick that one all the way back out. Now they go up the other way. Back up. Raptors come down the ice off of the wall, dumping it back behind the goal line. Stewart's going to chase this one back down and pick it back up. 5.5 left, second period. Stewart all the way out of her own zone. Throws it straight up the middle. That was intercepted by Wheeler. Wheeler goes after it, misplayed it and lost it, and Westerling goes after that and throws it inside the zone. Long stretch pass down the ice across the blue line. Icing is waved off by one of the two officials. Griffiths picks it up, just gives a cross ice over on the far side. Mitrin intercepts this one. Couldn't get the shot through traffic because that was blocked by Griffiths in front. Jamming at it once again, still pushing at it inside the zone. Mitrin goes in, couldn't get a second shot away, and they go back the other end. Everett goes straight down on the left side. Everett comes in, looks all the way out in front as Westering trying to get the puck all the way back out to her, and Hoffman's in the corner searching after this. Picked back up by Mostyn. Mostad has control, looks, cleared it out to the blue line, misplayed it. Now it's high off of the back wall. Line change coming up for the Hurricanes, a wholesale change, basically about 3 off and 3 on right there. They're still inside the corner, all pushing for it. Steered inside the corner by Bostock, as it was just a funny little play on the short outside of the post. Now they come back the other way. Stepped, kept on side. Nice dump to get to the middle part of the ice, and Hoffman goes after that one. Couldn't get it. Now the Raptors get it up the center, get it over center. Finally get it over center, and careful to stay on side. Wheeler's pushed inside the corner, stays with the puck, doing a good job forechecking. Inside the corner, being very aggressive, but Elmer gets it all the way out to center. Correction, that's Plato. And Plato goes down on the left side, pushed and bumped off of the puck by Mostad. Mostad stays with her. Lost his footing. Mostad fell down, as does Plato. Melina Plato gets back up and gets back involved in the play once again, and Wheeler goes after it. Wheeler couldn't clear it out of his own zone. Now it's kept on side. Line change coming out. Everett's coming onto the ice, as is Taylor Griffiths for the Hurricanes. Taylor Griffiths is going to be the one that's going to be chasing this one back down inside her own blue line, stopping and turning. And a line change by the Raptors, 5 off and 5 on. I believe we're going to have a penalty coming up. This time it's going against the Hurricanes, and a tripping penalty going against number 12, Griffiths. And it was either you take the player down or give them a scoring chance, and a smart move. Taylor Griffiths decided to give them a penalty. So they will be on the power play to see what type of offense we can muster up and see who they're going to have on the penalty kill on the ice right now. Sean Johnson, Todd Griffiths, Colleen Katsubi, John Stewart, Brad Etherington, and Brad Sherwin is the goaltender coach. Yeah, goalie coach. I thought I was misreading that, but nope, that's true. And of course, everyone needs a goalie coach. Wait, shot blocked in front. The rebound after that one, right on goal, jamming at it on the outside of the post. Nobody could put their stick on that. Nice stop on that play by Shea Elmer. And it's dumped all the way out to center ice as they're killing a minor penalty. It's inside the zone. Picking this one back up is Denny, and Denny clears it out to the blue line. Good job forechecking by Everett. And Everett throws it back inside the corner. Everett's going to go after that one. Stays deep, force them wide against the wall. Waiting for it. Turning, going the other way is Ryan Cooper. Cooper picks it up, just throws it straight forward. One little hopper off of the wall, but Stewart intercepts this one. Waits. Cooper gets back, tags onside this time. Had to tag up to get onside. That's what knew he had to do. Instead of that one, Denny goes after it. Misplayed it. Now we'll go back the other way. Careful to get onside as Okamura overskated the puck and lost it at the last second. Inside the corner. Chasing it down is Westering, and Westering just got it back so far, and it was back and forth play from center to the blue line. And the Raptors get it up to center, dumping it down the ice. Icing is waved off behind the line, right against the wall, over on the right side corner this time. Pinching in is Mitrin. Mitrin going after his player, couldn't get control of it. Now we go the other way, and they have it inside the blue line. Stopping is Thompson. Thompson waits for it, looks. Thompson slow to come out the middle. Now finally picks up some speed and comes straight up the center of the ice. Holding on where Brent Thompson comes down, goes to the right side, going in, takes a shot wide. It was going wide, but it was a nice stop as young Shea Elmer reaches out and just grabs this one and holds on to it. Not going to get the shot. Be nice if we knew what the official shots on goal were in the course of the game, but we're not going to get them right now. So the face-off with 28 seconds left in the minor penalty for Taylor Griffiths in the penalty box right now. Players coming in to line themselves all up. The one going to be taking the draw is Wheeler. And Wheeler will be going against Plato in that case. And Plato pushed it straight forward. Shot wide of the target. Plato is going to go back, guarding against Wheeler in front, but it goes to the blue line area instead. Waits wide open on the far side is Thompson. He comes in, takes a shot. Top corner over on the right top corner and just got the shot away. And that would be a power play goal with 13 seconds left. And a frustrated looking, dejected Shea Elmer, who is between the pipes back there. She's frustrated that went in. That was high over top of the shoulder. She was reading the play very well, but they had a hard time clearing the puck out of their own zone earlier on. So the teams are back, 5 aside right now. That was a power play goal. Getting it up the center. Griffiths goes after her man, tries to get him off of the puck and force him wide. Stevens comes inside. Stevens goes back after it, throws it straight forward. They're chasing for it, and Cooper comes inside. He tries to get control of it. Waits against the boards, right side. They're pinching back in. Purcell just shoots it around the boards. This time they're scrambling for it over on the right side wall, and it goes as far as the blue line area. Mostat keeps it onside. Mostat comes off of the back wall, holding onto it, tries to come out front. They're jamming at it, and there's another one that goes in, all by the solid work ethic of young Kai Mostat, who kept that puck onside from the blue line. And from there, they just marched in, and they take a 3-0 lead in this game. And it's sort of like we were talking earlier on about bragging rights. We've got 1 minute and 4 seconds left in the game, in the second period rather. So we'll see how it all unfolds from here. See if the girls can get back. They won't need a timeout. One is they're not allowed a timeout. Secondly is they will have a stoppage of play at the second period. After this period, 1 minute and 2 seconds left. They come straight down across the line. Going inside is Wheeler. Wheeler just throws it off of the back wall. Nice play to pinch it inside, and they're trying to get control, and they do. All the way up to their own blue line. Slow to come out of their own zone. Plato comes straight down. Plato is pinned off of the wall. Puck by Okamura, who just hammers her against the boards. Deep, slow. Nothing nothing really pressing that warranted a penalty by either one of the officials to make the call. Waiting for it. Centering pass all the way through cross ice. Now they pick it back up over on the right side. Trying to clear it out. They couldn't do so. And they'll pick it back up once again, but it's kept onside inside the blue line by about 20 feet. Turning, trying to get out, and they did. They got all the way out, and Griffiths intercepts this one. Dumps it inside her own zone to set a few things up. Now it's just dumped over on the left side to Westerling, and Westerling picks it back up. Looks, misplayed it. Now they'll bump in front of the penalty box, and Denny is bumped off of the puck. 5 seconds left. Play carries right on. No penalty on the play. You guys are already winning by 3, so that doesn't matter. No penalty really warranted on the play right there. So we have a stoppage of play as the second period comes to a conclusion. And as the second period comes to a conclusion, we'll just look in. We'll just look in over on the far side, and we'll watch some of the discussion. See if we can get any of the discussion. I'm not sure whether we can get the girls' bench on the far side or whether we can get this one. We'll wait and see whichever one we can get. Maybe we can get a shot of the girls' bench or the far side, but we will look nonetheless. And while we're waiting for that, just a reminder that our third period is sponsored by the parents and coaches of the Pee Wee girls team, and a great work, girls, is what they're saying, both in the regular season and in the tournament. You've got a lot to be proud of. Congratulations on making the finals for this championship Pee Wee game for the 2015 Party in the House. Best of luck to both teams on the remainder of the game. Of course, we talked about how exciting the players are and what they're doing and what they want to do and where they want to excel. Well, from here, it's all about playing hard and fighting hard and seeing what they can do. You know the coaching staff are going to be talking to them about what they can do or what they should be possibly looking at doing between this event on. And we just want to make mention that if you're in the area and around the area on Tuesday nights, please feel more than free to come on down and join us. Delta TV, very pleased to join the Delta Ice Hawks this season and have a game of the week each and every Tuesday night, live on Delta TV 10. 7:30 we are on air every Tuesday night from the Ladner Leisure Center. Of course, the teams are all off on the Christmas break right now. Teams are all off on the Christmas break right now, taking a well-deserved rest, and they go back and they actually take part in what they call the Winter Classic, played at the Richmond Minoru Arena, January the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. The Delta Ice Hawks play on the 1st at 4 p.m. at Minoru, and then they play on the 2nd, the Saturday night, at 7 p.m. also in Minoru Arena, and then that's the Saturday night. That wraps up on the Sunday, and then Tuesday night we're back home at the Ladner Leisure Center against the North Van Wolfpack. high-flying North Van Wolfpack, currently sitting out in first place. And, of course, if you have a minor hockey team in the area in South Delta that wants to come out and take part in the between-period festivities, please give them a call. Go on their website, Delta Ice Hawks website, and contact their owner, which is Wes Musio, and send the request in and tell them that Steve told you to do so, and line yourself up to come out and take part in the between-period festivities for the Delta Ice Hawks. Third period just underway. They're trying to clear it all the way out, but that was blocked and kept inside. Denny has control. They misplayed this one. Now they'll go back the other way. Picked up by Everett as she comes down in front of the bench for the Raptors. Pushed off of the puck. Play carries right on. Just started the third period, and as we made mention, the Raptors up by a 3-0 score. It goes over on the far side. Okamura picks this one back up, throws it down the ice, kept out of their zone by Plato, and Plato couldn't get control of it. Now that she just dumps it inside the corner, and chasing this one back down way deep off of the back wall, easily right there is Denny, and Denny tries a centering pass, jamming at it. Oh, nice grab. Nice reach, a little bit of a give and go right there, and a nice, well-executed play. And Bostock makes that stop and makes it look, for the most part, relatively simple. So with 14 left, I'm surprised. We have Boots come up. Are you going to come to join me?
Yes.
Good man. Well, for a little while. Okay, no, you can have that, Bruce. You can just take the microphone, Boots. Pick that one up. And we are very graciously right now joined by Lawson Boudelier. And everybody calls him Boots. So if you're going to call him anything, call him Boots and don't call him late for dinner. Thanks for doing this, Boots. I appreciate it. It's always nice to have somebody to talk to the odd time.
Absolutely. Well, I just came from Richmond, the Big Bantam Midget International Tournament over there.
How's that going?
It's going really well. It's sure a lot of teams from all over the place involved.
No kidding. What, you run over here or what?
Pardon me?
You sound out of breath. You sound like you ran.
Yeah, well, I knew I had to join you. I wanted to get here, you know.
And on that note, just as you were talking, they put another one on the board. So we have a 4-0 lead. So virtually, this is a girls versus guys game because the girls are the Hurricanes. They're in the black outfits, black uniforms, and the Raptors are in the white. And primarily, we talked earlier on about the simple fact that the girls team, the Hurricanes, they've outscored their opponents going into today's game 70-17. Scoring-wise. They're not doing too well right now, but they're all second-year players, and they're pretty talented young girls that are playing the game out here today. So that's nice to see them playing, Boots.
Well, I heard they were playing well. I'm surprised they're down by 4. I was just going to ask you who was winning when I looked at the clock.
Well, I figured I'd tell you, just save you ask me. I think if you're surprised, I think the coaching staff, too, I think they're surprised because Sean Johnson's their head coach for the Hurricanes, and we were talking before the game to Sean, and Sean said, he said there's a lot of talented players, but it's not so much for this game. We were talking and sort of joking around. It's not who wins and loses. This is going to be bragging rights for going back to school.
Oh, absolutely. Sean's looking sharp down there, sporting a suit and tie.
I saw him. I asked him where he rented it, but he just laughed at me. He just laughed at me.
I hope the game doesn't go into overtime. He might not get the suit back in time.
I'm sure he would love us. He'll just love us. Just tell him his cards in the mail. Christmas cards in the mail. We go back over far side this time. The Raptors keep it onside. Nice play to keep it onside in the zone. Denny goes after it. Couldn't get control of it. Now it goes back the other way, and they finally get it straight down the center. Griffiths has control. Griffiths throws it inside, but that was intercepted by Okamura. And Okamura comes over on the wall, over on the right side corner. Okamura bumps a little bit of size discrepancy right there over their Boots. Big versus small sense against the wall. Now it's going back inside the zone. And after this one easily is Stewart. And Stewart takes it behind her own net, holding onto it. Stewart this time comes out the left side, throws it over against the wall. Nobody could get a hold of that one. That was out of everybody's reach, and Okamura just leaves it go past him. Icing is waved off. 12:42 remaining in this third period of play. 4-0. The Raptors are up. Not what we expected to see. We expected to see a little closer game, regardless of who was going to be winning. We thought it'd be a little closer game, so to speak. Lucy Green couldn't get that one and to get the shot away. Now it's blocked, intercepted inside their own blue line. Elmer throws it straight forward. Not out of their own zone. Now we have a line change coming up, and Cooper comes onto the ice for the Raptors. Back down far side. Good pickup. I like this young Motstedt kid. He's got good wheels. I don't know if you had a chance to see him, but
nice save.
He's got good wheels and good speed.
You spoke of Lucy Green there. She's a good little player for the girls team. She's a real gamer.
Well, they're all having fun.
She was battling out in front there with Okamura a minute ago.
And there's a size difference too between the two of them too. Waiting once again, holding on to this one. Oh, and the Hurricanes get all the way down across the blue line, going back to the inside. Johnson comes in. Johnson just throws it inside the corner. Thompson goes after this one. Thompson tries to get it loose, couldn't get it out past anybody, and Katsutsky comes out of the corner with it. Katsutsky throws it out, blocked, and was right on the sticks of Mitrin, and Mitrin throws it back over on the left side, this time to Wheeler, and Wheeler throws it out in the middle. Wheeler tries to get control of it once again, failed to do so. Mitrin picks it up instead. Far side, nice play. Inside the blue line is Cooper. Cooper throws it off of the backboards, waits, chasing it back down. Now it goes out to the blue line area. And it's intercepted. Strange intercepted in a funny little passing play, but nevertheless, they still got it back out to the center part of the ice. Holding on to that was Plato. Plato chases it back down, failed to get control of it. Now it goes over on the left side, over to Hoffman, and Hoffman dumps it as far as center ice, but Purcell intercepts it. Now finally Hoffman goes after it once again. Blocked. Here's that Mostad again I was telling you about. Goes down, goes to the left side, cuts back to the middle, takes a shot. Oh, nice stop off of the outside left foot of the young goaltender right there, and that is Shea Elmer playing very well. Made a couple of really impressionable stops so far. Icing indicated, and do we have an icing call? We do. So while you're here, thoughts on the game? Good tempo.
Yeah, it's a good pace game, back and forth. Some good forechecking. Katsubi there on the, it's actually, they got her name spelled wrong. It's actually Katsubi.
At least they've got her on the ice. That's the main thing. There's nothing worse than
she's a good little player. Brother plays in Bantam and for South Delta. Is Lucy Green back on the ice?
We'll look. We will find out. As soon as they all turn so we can see who they are the odd time. Waiting for it. Holding on to this one. Coming down across the line is Spencer. Just throws it inside. Off of the wall over on the far side. Denny goes after that one. Lucy Green goes after it. She's right out in front. This time it was off of the left post. Lucy Green's out in front calling for it. Couldn't get control of it. Everett, nice play. Everett got it back to the blue line. Off of the backboards this time. Pinching inside to get it is Spencer. Spencer trying to jam it past Denny, and Denny intercepts this one and steals it back over to Lucy Green. Lucy Green throws it all the way back out to the blue line to Griffiths. Takes a shot, tipped just wide of that. What a nice passing play.
Yes.
To get it back to the corner to the blue line and tipped it back in front.
They're doing a good job of using their points.
Oh, they're using them. They're just not having any luck on the final way. Griffiths goes back inside her own zone. Way over in the right corner. Griffiths stops.
Nice play to the middle.
Nice play to get it back up the middle. Read that very well. Off of the backboards, picking it back up easily right there is Stewart. And Stewart goes over, this time on the right side, getting it out to the blue line, picking up some valuable speed, still in control of it. Stewart goes down. Maggie Stewart goes deep to the goal line, over on the left side. Thompson forces her wide. Waits, looks, Stewart does a forward pass, back out in front of the goal, but that was blocked by Purcell, and he picks it up against the boards. Over on the right side, stopped again by Mostad, and Mostad comes out the short side, lost the puck. That's the first time he's done that all game. Normally it's just a little bit of give and goes. Not sure whether we're going to have a coaching staff, have a discussion with the players or what. They're a little bit.
Coach was freaking out because Mondstadt brought it in front of the net.
And he just
I don't think the coaches wanted him to pull the puck in front of the net there on that play.
No, I would think so. And then he just looks at him and goes, "Oh well,
yeah.
Oh well,
oops,
oops." What do you do? I like that oops look. That's always good to see. Now we'll do it again. This time it's in front of the attacking net, not his own. Boostek comes inside, looks, trying to get control, goes back after it and chases it back down once again. Now it goes behind the net easily once again, and Elmer goes after it. Elmer picks it up, clears it against the boards, over to Westering. Westering tried to clear it out. Couldn't get out of her own zone. Now it goes over on the blue line, the far side once again, and Mustad has control. Throws it off of the back corner boards. Waits, picking it back up again. They're trying to get it out, and Elmer comes inside. Waits, looks. Just give this one back around the boards, over on the far side to Plato, and Plato only got it out to the ringette line this time.
Oh,
now
nice
they
pass.
throw a long stretch pass down to Johnson. Home way. Johnson goes in.
Oh.
Shot roll off the heel of her stick. Johnson had a golden chance and just couldn't bury the biscuit in the basket right there. But we go back and we'll try it again. Centering back out in front. And boy, oh boy, what an exceptional opportunity right there.
She looked like her dad on that play.
You're off his Christmas card list, I can tell right now.
Yeah.
You are done.
He's going to be sorry he asked me to come and make a few comments.
Oh, very much. He's going to say, I don't know about that. That was just tough to do. Nice long pass to get it all the way out to the center ice area. And now it's going to go back the other way. Line change coming out as Denny comes onto the ice. And it was easily intercepted
almost
by
intercepted.
Thompson almost give that one away, but they'll go back the other way, and up the other will be Everett. Everett comes straight down, cuts to the middle. Everett gives it back over, this time on the far left side. Nice play to get it back over to Westering, and Westering still fights for it. Waits, backboards, they're still pushing and trying to get control of it, and Cooper cleared it to the blue line. That's as far as that went out. 7:05 left, third period of play, 4-0. The Raptors are up over the Hurricanes.
Girls are pushing, they're trying to come back.
They are. Looks, trying to get out of their own zone, turning, couldn't get control, give the backhand play right there. Everett had it, just shot it as far as the boards, and that was intercepted by Griffiths once again. Griffiths picks up some valuable speed. She's a nice skater.
Good stick.
Good play right there to take it off her by Mitrin, and Griffiths still throws it straight forward. Back out, cross ice once again over to Mitrin, and Mitrin goes after it. Couldn't get control. Nice little chip shot to get it straight forward, up by Stewart. Stewart goes in. Goes to the left side. Stewart forced wide by Okamura. Stewart still in control. Takes it off of the backboards. Okamura stays with her. And finally, he comes out of his own zone with the puck. Okamura straight down the ice. Nolan Okamura goes to the left side against the boards. Cuts to the middle. Takes a shot. Rolled off of Stewart's body. Now they try the centering pass. And goes all the way out to the hash marks. Over on the right side. Back inside the corner once again. Intercepted by Plato. And Plato gets up the center. Far side, goes wide. Plato goes in, gets past Okamura, centering pass, trying to wrap around. Out in front,
nice try.
Nice play, but couldn't put it home. Long pass all the way out the center ice area once again, off of the boards. Intercepted once again and dumped back in, and Hoffman couldn't get over the blue line. But Hoffman had a valuable effort right there, trying, and Elmer picks this one back up. Elmer goes after it, gets it past everybody. Elmer's still fighting for it, easily gets it away from Hope, and Hope goes back down. Now we have a line change coming up, goes to the far left side. Cooper comes in, tries a centering pass, misplayed this one, picked up by Plato over on the far side. Plato picks up some speed, out of her own zone, lost her footing and fell down, slow to get back up. Hope she's okay. She gets back up. She's going off. I think she hurt her back or her ribs when she's going off. She's holding her back. I can see her down there as she's going off. Oh, she's in excruciating pain too. She went directly to the players' bench, so I hope she's okay. She's been a force to be reckoned with so far in the game today, and that's been a big key, despite the fact that they're down by 4 right now.
They're not giving up.
No, not at all. They want to come back. I mean, we've seen stranger things than this happen in the world of sports, Boots. Team can come back at
absolutely
the best of times. Griffiths goes over, takes the puck off of her man, pack at it again. Griffiths goes after it, tries to get it off of Wheeler. Careful to stay onside. Now it goes over the line, indicated offside. Now it's nullified, and they throw it inside the corner, and Johnson throws it in. Stopped, intercepted by Thompson. He takes it behind his own net. Thompson holds on to this one. Comes out the right side, throws it over against the boards, over on the far side. Griffiths pinches back in, trying to throw it back. Griffiths gets it on a backhand shot off of the wall over on the far left side to Thompson.
Thompson had enough of that. He said, I'm getting her down the ice.
Yeah, I'm just dumping. Good play, but good forechecking right now by the Hurricanes team, because despite the fact that they're down by 4, they're supplying a lot of pressure.
Yeah, they're still pushing. They're not giving up. That's good.
No, not at all. And of course, that's the sign of a good team, is, you want to stay cool, calm, collected, and keep driving for the net. And it's not over till the final buzzer. We all know that. Yeah. So coming inside to take the draw right now is Katsutspi. She'll come in to take the draw. Waits, looks off of the boards. Picked back up directly behind the net. We've got just over 4 minutes left. Now it goes over on the boards, far right side. Uppel goes after it. Uppel tries to get it. A funny bouncing play right there on the hop. Okamura picks it up and just shoots it around the boards. Intercepted by Griffiths over on the far left side, but it's picked back up behind the net by old Nolan Okamura. He just lobs it around the boards, trying to get it back all the way out. Uppel clears it, not out. Intercepted on the turn, on the spin around right now, and Johnson goes after it. Straight up the ice. Purcell comes straight down, across the line. Waits. Purcell goes deep, goes wide to the boards, right inside the corner.
Good job by Elmer there, battling away.
Elmer just forced her wide. That was good play, good defensive style play on that one. They keep it onside regardless. Denny throws it back inside. 3:25 remaining in this third period of play. Good end-to-end action coming here from the Ladner Leisure Center. This Pee-wee Party in the House final championship game for the 2015 year for South Delta Minor Hockey, the 2015-16 hockey season, their annual Christmas tournament. Cuts back through the middle. Good play to pick up some speed right there, and Stewart goes straight down the left side. Cuts to the middle. Stewart goes in, gets the shot through traffic, lost her footing and fell down. Little bit of help from Okamura, jamming at it. Oh, all the way out in front. Nice play right there. And Bostock goes down. He's not going to let that one get past him. He wants that goose egg, and I'm not supposed to say that because he's a goalie.
Well, you didn't actually say what it is, so he's still okay.
My daughter's a goalie, so is my granddaughter and my grandson. So
you don't want to say the word.
Oh, no. They get all
jinx
upset.
it.
Goalies don't have a sense of humor sometimes. From the draw, waiting for it, trying to get it all the way back over. They did. They kept it onside by Griffiths. Griffiths just throws it off of the backboards this time. Thompson picks it back up. Just shoots it around the boards over on the far right side. Stewart couldn't keep it onside, but Griffiths is going to go after this one. Mitrin goes after it, trying to get control of it. Failed to do so. Stewart failed to get out of her own zone as well. And pinching inside over on the far side is Cooper. Cooper gets control over on the hash marks on the far left side this time. Shot it. Not out. Behind the line, easily picked up right here by Stewart once again, and just dumps it down the ice. Question is do we have icing? Do we have like curling where you holler sweep? No, I guess we have an icing call instead of hollering that sweep word. So it's so funny. You watch some of these, young boys and girls play in midget at this level, and then you talk about playing in the midget tournament. A lot of young boys and girls have started out playing in the house league tournaments and house league in general, and gone out to play in the rep level eventually.
Oh, you never know. The kids are young and they improve and grow at different times. But this is a terrific tournament. Just great for the kids in house hockey in South Delta. Been a big hit for years.
It has, and a lot of good volunteers behind the scene too to help put this one on. Far side, all the way out in the middle part of the ice. Purcell couldn't get control, and now they'll turn and go the other way, straight up the ice. Nice play. Plato goes down. Plato's pushed off of the puck by Thompson.
They're really battling.
The two of them are. They're both fighting for it. Picked back up and kept onside. Now Plato goes out to her defensive position. Misplayed it. Stopped. Elmer kept it onside. Now Plato is going to chase this one back down. Icing call? Yes, we do. We have an icing call with 1 minute and 35 seconds left. Yeah, you talk about the people that helped put this tournament on. Very successful. The number of volunteers. Couldn't happen without the volunteers for the sport.
Oh, no. There's a tremendous amount of work, and I know that every year it takes a lot of work for this to get pulled off, and like you say, the volunteers is doing a fantastic job. The executive, right down, everybody, parents, everybody helping out, makes it a big success.
Well, this makes it successful.
Oh, they got 14 white players on the ice.
I think they're undecided. So now we're trying to figure out and sort out who's coming on, who's coming off the ice. Referees are saying, okay, you can come on, you can go off. I'm hoping somebody goes off because they've still got 6. Oh no, somebody did go off. Now they got 5. I believe we're down to brass tacks right now. We have 5 players and a goalie, so we're fine. Against the wall, fighting for it. They're all pushing for it. Inside, Okamura goes after it. Misplayed it, centering
I don't think
pass.
she realized
Nice
she could have walked right in front.
Oh, I don't think she saw that as it was wide open. Griffiths comes in. Griffiths couldn't keep it onside, and it's dumped down the ice. They want to break that goose egg. I guess that's the game plan right now. That would be in their vocabulary as to what they would and wouldn't like to do. Stewart has control. Throws it all the way up to Griffiths at the center line. Griffiths gives a cross ice pass over on the right side.
Katsubi.
She comes inside. Shot right on goal. Oh, that was a low shot that completely could have evaded her.
Almost snuck in.
That was close. Like, that was really close. So we watch the players on the ice. They're all coming back out. Last minute, exact minute left in this.
1 minute left in regulation.
Now what are we doing? We're having a late line change again. Another late line change. I watch teams do this in the BC Hockey League too. There's 4 referees to get the count in that league. That's the big difference right there. From the draw, nice play. Waits, kicked it straight forward. Griffiths pushed it straight forward, then got it back and threw it all the way back out to Plato. Griffiths is going to go after this one over on the far left side. Okamura stays with her. Pinned against the wall this time. Mostat goes after it, trying to clear it out. Failed to do so. Kept onside. Nice play at the blue line to keep it onside by Stewart. And they're still jamming at it. Stewart's coming in. Look, Stewart couldn't get control of it. Griffiths goes after it. That was blocked and hit. I think it hit Stewart. Yes, it did. Stewart's going off. I can see her shaking her arm. Shot wide of the target. Dangerous play right there. And the two of them are pushing inside the corner for it. Everybody's coming in. Everett comes inside, waits, couldn't get it through traffic. Finally, they just dumped it off of the backboards, and that's picked up once again by Okamura. And he comes over on the left side, clearing it out to the blue line area, down the ice. Do we have an icing? Icing indicated and called with 5 seconds left. I wasn't
one
sure
more face-off.
One more face-off. This is a key part of their drive right now. So all they got to do is they're just telling it. You can see the home team. They're just saying, okay, play tough defensively. And you can see the attacking team, in this case, the Hurricanes, they're going to pinch in.
Well, the girls pushed right to the end, but you can see the boys are pretty excited right now. They know they've won the game.
Barring a miracle. And from that note, the miracle has happened, and the guys they're elated. They're thrilled right there that they pulled off a win. And that was a well-played, entertaining game, and the South Delta Raptors come out and win the 2015 rendition of the Pee Wee Party in the House from the Ladner Leisure Center. Well-played, entertaining game, and boy, oh boy.
The girls should be very proud to have made it to the final.
They should be, and despite the fact
battled very hard.
They battled hard, they fought hard, and that's what it's all about. And while they're waiting for their traditional handshakes right now, we want to make mention of our game sponsors for today's game. Our first period game sponsor, Delta Revolution Roller Hockey. Their season run from April to June. Roller hockey provides a fun and inexpensive way to keep you on your hockey skills. No offsides, no icings. The game is geared towards offense, which makes for some truly exciting games. You can get a hold of them, www.deltarevolution.com. They were our first period sponsor. Our second period sponsor, brought to you by Allaire Homes of Delta. For custom homes construction, whether you're considering a starter home or a multi-million-dollar showpiece, we understand how important of a decision it is for you. Allaire has perfected the custom home building process with unique client control approach to all their construction. You can give them a call. Contact Peter Nielsen at allairehomes.ca. And the third period, sponsored by the parents and coaches of the Pee Wee's girls team. Great work, girls, both in the regular season and the tournament. You've got a lot to be proud of. Congratulations on making the final for this Pee Wee championship game. So nice to have them come out and take part in the game. And, of course, they played hard. We talked about how it was. So far, Boots, we watched this. From what you've seen of the game, your impression of this level of hockey?
Well, I thought it was a great game. I was really impressed how the girls moved the puck. There was some really good structure to their game. Sean Johnson and his crew have worked really hard with the girls. You can see that they're moving the puck to the weak side. They're using their D a lot. They played really well, and they never gave up. They pushed right to the bitter end.
Well, they just continuing and, going out there. It was funny going out and watching the girls. The girls, when they first went on the ice, they had a lot of jump on their stride. They went out and they were just really skating and really motivated. The guys, on the other extent, they went out, they were doing back and forth across the ice, but there didn't seem to be any real urgency in their stride the way we've seen some teams go out and they just jump right out of the chute.
Well, I don't know. The girls, they always seem to, they don't have that tenacity or that drive to go hard to the net and to go, Gallagher type of determination to get that puck into the net. I don't know if it's just girls are just wired that way. They don't. Some do, but most, I guess.
Well, I think you do when you get to the national level and you play for Team Canada. You do, but for the most part, the young girls that play at this level, I'm not sure about these girls, but I know some of the girls that play at different levels, they also play ringette. And if you watch some of the young girls play ringette and play hockey, by far, and I'm not saying this out of context, they are better skaters than the boys.
Oh, well, these girls are very skilled, and I don't want to take anything away from them. They played a great game, and they competed to the bitter end, which was a lot more than some guys would.
Yes, yeah. Some guys just roll up the tent and fold the tents up and go home.
Yeah, 4-0 they would have given up.
Okay. But no, it's nice. And, of course, the skill level also, when you talk about girls playing different sports, the skill level also evolves around ringette to the fact that, first off, the goaltender only has 5 seconds with a ring. You can't hold on to it for a day and a half. You've got 5 seconds to get rid of it. And if you watch a game of ringette, you watch the goaltenders, a lot of goaltenders playing ringette, especially at the higher divisions, they don't have a glove for their stick and a trapper or a catching glove. They're both blockers because you've got to get rid of the ring. And if you got your trapper on, you can't throw it. And you're not going to take your stick and put it under your arm and throw it. So that's part of the uniqueness with the game. And I've gone out and covered an awful lot of ringette games the last while because my daughter and granddaughters play ringette. And I tell you, that's an interesting sport for the young girls to play. And a lot of them go on and play in the hockey that we see here.
Yeah, well, like you said, there's a lot of those the ringette girls. They're really good skaters. And they good edge work.
Well, you talk about edge work. I had this discussion, and Bruce and I were talking about to someone the other day about edges. If you ask guys, I know, we were talking to Peter Zervinus with the Delta Ice Hawks. We were talking to Peter about edges, and they were doing circles, twists and turns in the corner, circle one way, circle the other way. And I said, you know something? If you ask these players what an inside edge or an outside edge was, they wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah.
They wouldn't know. Whereas you tell the girls, once you do an outside edge, they know what it's all about. Because
I know that most of the kids in South Delta, we talk about edges all the time. So I know if you ask them, they'd know.
They'd understand.
Because we talk about inside, outside, and actually being on your flats.
Yeah.
Which a lot of people have no idea what that means.
No, I know.
But they're doing really well.
Well, considering it's only their second year, playing for this tournament as a unit. It's good. They have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. They played well, they fought hard, and it was a very, very entertaining game from start to finish.
Oh, it sure was.
So what's next for South Delta Minor Hockey once this tournament finishes up and wraps up?
Well, people call this time of year the middle of the season. I call it we're almost 2/3 through because there's only 8 games left in the schedule. When the new year starts, and especially for the rep program.
Yes,
rep program only has 8 games, and I imagine the hosts would be the same.
Pretty much.
So the back half of the season after January is over, then February the playoffs start.
Yeah, and it goes quick.
Yeah,
it really goes quick.
Yeah, it's just this season seems to have gone really fast. I don't know why, but. They're all getting their medals now. They're all happy.
They're all happy. This is the bragging rights right there, what it's all about. What about the minor hockey program in South Delta in general? Is it growing and considering to grow by leaps and bounds, or are they pretty much staying steady right now?
I would say we're a little bit lower than we were a number of years ago, but we're not too far off. We're in the ballpark. It's kind of been the same. Some years you have few more, the next year a few less, but it's always been around the 600 to 700 mark, which is what our association usually is.
Yeah, and that's respectable. That's very respectable. When you look at the number of kids coming out and playing hockey, and all ages, and you get a lot of different age groups as well.
Yeah, it's hard for South Delta to compete with some of these big associations, but that's why they have the tiering, and hopefully they get that right most of the time, so everybody's playing in the right bandwidth.
No, that's true. And we've for the most part, I would say that we have some pretty impressive buildings that we play out of, both South Delta and North Delta, as well as Ladner and Sun God, and then Tilbury, which we use as well, which was recently purchased after Jerry Metherell decided to sell the place.
Yeah. We should comment that Jeff Howes, the vice president of the association, is passing out all the medals with Pete Niederos, the VP of House, with the hat on there, and of course Sean Johnson. He must not have to have a suit back for a while yet. He's still hanging out, helping him with the medals.
I know he is. I think you were talking about Pete. Does Pete coach in the Bantam team? I think he's coaching the next Bantam team. I think that's what
yes,
saying.
I think Sean. I think you're right.
I believe. Yeah, he is. He's coaching the next game as well.
Yeah, Sean and Pete both coach the Bantams as well.
Sean and Pete both coaching the Bantam team as well. So that's good.
That's the game that's next, correct?
Yes, sir. It's interesting.
Then the midgets after that.
Yep, then the big boys. It's interesting to see when you watch these. They've got goalie coaches. The girls, and the next game over for the Thrashers.
Actually, I'd like to comment on that. This gentleman that's on the for the Hurricanes for the Bantam squad, as noted as a goalie coach, Brad Sherwin. He's his son played in South Delta for a number of years and then just stopped playing. But Brad took a liking to goaltending and teaching the goaltending, and he comes out every Saturday morning at 6:30 in the morning, stays for 3 hours, and helps the host goalies as a volunteer.
Oh, that's good.
Every Saturday morning. So I'd like to mention that, and good on Brad. You talk about the volunteers that are helping. You know, that's awesome to come out every Saturday morning like that and volunteer your time and help the goalies.
Especially at 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah, the boys are hoisting the cup around the ice.
They are. This is what it's all about. They're passing around. They've had a good time. And this was the Pee Wee 2015 Party in the House final championship game, pulled off victorious. The South Delta Raptors pulled off an impressive victory over the South Delta Hurricanes to come out